Hi Scorpio, welcome. So Scorpio, this is going to be your spiritual tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. So, wow, Scorpio, as soon as I sat down to do this reading, the messages started pouring in. The first thing I got was a song, just one lyric to the song. It's from Post Malone. He says, "You probably think that you're all better now." Okay. So, do you guys know that song? You probably think that you are better now, better now. Anyways, sorry. So that was the song that came through. And then right on the heels of that, I saw a white owl. Not just any owl, a white owl. And I think it had black spots on it. It was a beautiful, beautiful image to get. And owls, to me, are super spiritual animals. I actually had two owls living in the woods behind me. And they stayed around for a few months, and then finally I didn't hear them anymore. But every time I get visitation from an owl, to me, it always references like the spiritual realm, the afterlife, mediumship even, like connecting with past loved ones, those types of messages, right? So to me, owls are very significant, but maybe look up the meaning, or it could mean something different for you, but that's what it means for me. And some of you could actually be seeing or hearing an owl during this time frame. So if you do, please come back to this reading, because that was the first thing I saw, right? So let's get into it, Scorpio, and see what all of this means. You have two cards out, Mercury, which is Gemini energy, and Virgo energy showing up. That could be in your chart or the chart of someone you're connecting with, or just the influencing vibes. This card is talking about communication, and interestingly enough, we have a Mercury retrograde coming up, which likes to mess with communication and, could mess with like the internet, glitchy type of stuff. So just something to be aware of, Scorpio. It can be a little bit frustrating during a retrograde, but the good thing that comes out of this retrograde is like the ability to kind of redo things, relook at, revise things, right? As this is kind of like a look back period. So that also may be where your focus is at. This does talk about learning new things though, whether that's a new skill set or new way of living, a new way of breathing, really. That's what I was going to say that, but they gave me the word breathing. Some of you would benefit from like breathing techniques, meditation maybe, Scorpio, but something about the breathing here. Hold on. A deep breathing exercise. You might be learning that, or you could benefit from a deep breathing exercise. Do you know what deep breathing exercises do? They calm your brain. It's not even so much about the breathing. It's the focusing on the breathing that quiets the mind. And it's a very effective tool for releasing resistance as well, and tension in your body. So I don't know why they're bringing that up, but something about that, right? And then with the Virgo card here, this is talking about being more dutiful when it comes to your health, your diet, your surroundings, how you organize your life. This is like kind of getting organized, right? But watch that you're not too hard on yourself, Scorpio, as I feel like some of you are extremist. Not you, Scorpio, no. It's a joke. All fixed signs are extremist to some point, okay? But sometimes like pushing yourself too hard or expecting perfection, or, like be careful with that, Scorpio. Like be easy about this. And they're giving me that song lyric again. You probably think that you're all better now. Some of you certainly could resonate with that song, right? Which is about a breakup. But for others of you, it's more so talking about like improving yourself and maybe there's someone in the atmosphere here, Scorpio, that wants to naysay some sort of improvement you've made, because they're giving it to me in a sarcastic tone, like, oh, you think you're all better now, like, when you're doing good and like someone in your life maybe isn't doing as good, or maybe they have trouble being like happy for you when you're doing good. There's something about that coming up, right? It's kind of makes me want to like squirm a little bit. It's not the most appealing energy, but I feel something about that coming through. So let's get into it and see, right? Like, let's get some cards, more cards out and see. We're going to go into the headspace, Scorpio, what's going on there. Then we're going to go into the emotional space, and then the big spiritual picture. So you have the Three of Pentacles, which talks about action, but it also talks about like building yourself up, whether it be within finances, or stability or relationships, but there's some sort of build up here as well. So let's get a little bit more specific for my Scorpios. All right, Two of Discs, the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Princess of Discs. So Scorpio, this is kind of like getting your head together, right? Maybe after a period of having a lot of confusion, or maybe a lot on your plate that you needed to make decisions around. It's like some of you maybe were going back and forth about a decision that you needed to make because there was a lot of things to consider, or maybe a lot of people involved for others of you. But it's like coming to some sort of conclusion here and sticking with that, Scorpio. So I feel like whatever conclusions you're coming to during this time frame are going to stick with you. Like there's longevity here. There's like something that's long-term as well coming through here. Something you're committed to, or someone possibly, but there's a commitment here. And I'm getting that some of you are recommitting to yourself, to your health, to the things that build you up, right? Which is beautiful energy. And I'm sorry, there was another message coming through. So there's also something here about like finally being able to put the shoes on the other foot, or there's something here, Scorpio, about like in the past being one-sided about something, or only seeing one side to something, and something's happening during this month of May where you're now getting the other side of that. Like you're getting perspective about the other side of that, and now being able to see like the whole truth or the totality of something, especially around the lunar eclipse, which is in Scorpio. It's like in the past, maybe it was hard for you to see something from someone's point of view, or like maybe even to see yourself, right, through the eyes of another, which isn't altogether a bad thing, right? Because I feel like if you start getting in the business, Scorpio, of looking at yourself through the eyes of other people, it starts to convolute your idea of self. So FYI, something to be cautious about. But there was something here that you were having trouble seeing like the big picture of, or seeing someone's side to it. But now it's like the tables are being turned, right? Don't mind my dog. And now being able to see something from a different vantage point here. So let's go further and go into the emotional space here, Scorpio. I still have that song in my head. Whoa, okay. So you have The King of Swords showing up in the emotional space. Temperance. The Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So, Scorpio, when it comes to the emotional space, there's a little bit of aloofness here, a little bit of detached energy. This is not typical of you, Scorpio, so this... Sorry, hold on a second, guys. It's, I have a UPS driver here, and my dog just, she goes crazy. I don't know. All right, so anyways, this is not like typical for a Scorpio to do, but some of you, especially if you have air in your chart, might be taking this kind of more detached, aloof approach. You know, not trying to get all involved in your emotions so that you can stay level-headed about something. I feel like some of you, this is someone you're dealing with, so take it as it resonates, that may have those qualities or are handling the situation like that. But there's something here, though, that's making you want to... Okay. There's something here that maybe you've been going back and forth about. There's a tendency to look towards the past still, which creates some confusion in the energy, right? Maybe looking back to the past, thinking it should have been different, but Spirit wanting you to see it from that other vantage point, from the big picture, and to understand that it couldn't have been different. That whatever you're experiencing right now, Scorpio, is on your path, and it's on your path for a reason. And to not look back, which may be difficult to do, especially during the retrograde. But the encouragement is to look towards the future. Because what's coming in the future energy is this helpfulness, like a supportive environment, okay? Things moving forward, right? The emotions too. Like, I feel like if things seemed really heavy or confusing emotionally, I feel there's some lift in that, right? Like there's some movement away from that, which is allowing you to get clear in your headspace, which is somewhat going to help you to make a decision about something around commitments, okay? So let's go further. And I keep getting that song. Just that one part. You probably think you're all better now. Okay, so for a few of you, listen, if you've been doing things to like improve or better yourself, and then you have like a little bit of a step back, right? Spirit is saying, do not beat yourself up over that. Like if you have some sort of setback, you know, don't berate yourself, don't guilt yourself, just accept it and make tomorrow a new day and move forward. Right? Because there is a chance of you having some sort of setback here. But if you get all discouraged because of it, you'll pull yourself backwards, which doesn't need to happen. And so Spirit is saying, like, do not allow yourself to be discouraged by that. It's okay. It's human. It's fine, you know, and to let it go easily. All right, so the Four of Cups and the Star, the Nine of Swords. Ooh, you gonna make it feel better now. All right, let me see. So the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands. Whoa, Hermit in the reverse, the Knight of Discs. So this is coming out over here. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, this setback, all right? Don't get all in your head during this time frame, Scorpio, because everything that has happened for a reason, right? And do some reflecting on that, because some of you are avoiding some sort of spiritual growth because maybe of this thought process that, you know, doesn't serve you. And for some reason, I'm getting the words, I am not good enough, or this feeling of not being good enough. And Scorpio, that's obviously never the truth. And if someone is making you feel that way, say, you know, that you're not good enough, right? Well, maybe consider distancing yourself from that situation, because you know the work that you've put into yourself, and it doesn't matter if anyone outside of you understands it, not even a little bit, okay? And it can't be about that anyways, right? It's got to be about how you feel. And some of y'all have done some healing here that has helped you to stabilize your energy. And they're saying, go on the healing journey, but you're going to have setbacks, all right? Because that's just life. But you can't get all in your way and in your head and in your emotions every time you have a setback, because then it creates more of a problem than a solution. And so just to accept the fact that you're fallible, and that's okay, because it's got to be okay, right? And that in Source's eyes, right, in your guide's eyes, they see you as perfection, even when you don't. So, you know, no need to be too critical on yourself, Scorpios. That message has come up a few different times now. There's like this renewal for life, right? Like this passion being reignited, particularly during the end of May is what I'm hearing, towards the beginning of June, but the timeline will be different for each of you. It's just like, there's some sort of progression here when it comes to like the things that give you passion and creativity and desire. And, yeah, so, okay, so there's progression here, Scorpio. They're taking me like the long way around to get to the point, but there's progression here, okay? It may not always feel like that. There may be periods in time where you feel like you've gone backwards, or you catch yourself looking to the past. But in the big picture, right, things have progressed. And a lot of you have done some growth and some healing on yourself that maybe not everyone understands, you know, or maybe even naysays, but who cares? You know, like, you know you, right? And you don't need to prove that to anyone, okay? And I don't feel like, Scorpio, you're even a zodiac sign that feels the need to prove it, you know? It's just like, you know what you know, right? So let's see what the Osho Zen has to say. The Fool. And silence. I heard make moves in silence. So some of you, privacy being highlighted, or being important, like you have something coming on the horizon, or like a plan for what you want to go for. And Spirit is actually encouraging you for now to keep it to yourself, or to keep it private right now, right? Because once you expose this, Scorpio, people will have opinions about it, and you know, and then it gets convoluted if you let it. But that's why they always say, like, keep your wishes to yourself, right? You know, like when you blow birthday candles out, even when you're a kid, they tell you, don't tell anybody your wish or it won't come true. And really that's stemming from the old spiritual knowledge that when you speak your desires out to the world often wants to naysay, you know, and throw shade on those desires. So the quickest way to have a desire fulfilled is to keep it to yourself till it comes into manifestation. And for some reason, I feel like you're being encouraged to do that, Scorpio, to keep a little bit of cloak of privacy around you, which you're a Scorpio, so that's not difficult for you to do at all, you know. Actually, that's a very Scorpio thing to do, so you would understand that, right? So let's see what the guidance is. Wow, the same exact card I got for Aries. Some of you could be connecting with an Aries. But this says, embrace the moment, embrace this day. Think positively today and repel the negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. So interesting, Scorpio. So this is another encouragement to be easy on yourself. Don't be so critical or judgmental. And I feel like of all the zodiac signs, Scorpio, you, Virgos, and Capricorns, I don't know what's going on with y'all, but y'all are so hard on yourselves. Those three zodiac signs, I feel like, are the most difficult on themselves. And so be easy about this, right? Be easy about all of this, and love yourself. All right, Scorpio. So zodiac signs that you could be connecting with or have in your chart. I have here Virgo. I felt Aries energy earlier. Aquarian energy is here. Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo here again, and Taurus. So those are the predominant zodiac signs I'm seeing. But keep in mind, can be any zodiac sign, as it is a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to check out my Facebook and Instagram. I did a live weekend reading recently on my Facebook that you can check out, linked below, as well as in the About section where you can find the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, I am wishing you the very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.